No, it doesn't.
Yes, physicist William Kinney has shown that bouncing universes which use growth of the scale factor to shed entropy are
The scale factor isn't growing here. The scale factor is on average unchanging.
So you're claiming that entropy reversals occur during each cycle?
That's what it says in the conclusion.
So you're saying that's consistent with Hawking's proposal, linking the thermodynamic and cosmological arrows of time. That's
what it says in the introduction.
No, the second law of thermodynamics is one of the most well-established laws of physics. A model that claims entropy resets requires extraordinary evidence. Okay, your model does not provide empirical evidence.
My model is a proof of concept. I never made the claim that this is a description of our universe. In fact, I'm very, very clear in the paper where I say that this is not intended to be observationally consistent with data. It is merely a proof of concept. Get with the program.
So, okay, I already explained your model. Okay, so
look, you couldn't understand my model if it smacked you on the head. Hey, can you tell me what can you tell me what a conformal scalar of conformal dimension 0 is in 4 dimensions?
Brutal.
Is that in your paper? Is that in your paper? Yes or no?
It is. Yeah.
Where at?
I think like section 2 or section 3. I can pull it up.
Let me see. Hold on. I know you talk about exotic topology like S1 cross S3.
Bro only read the introduction,
one dimensional circle. So so S1 means one dimensional circle, S3 means a 3-dimensional.
I wasn't asking about that. I was asking about a conformal scalar of conformal dimension 0 in 4 spacetime dimensions.
Okay. So A of t means the scale factor of the universe as a function of the time.
Bro doesn't understand anything that I said in my paper at all.
You call it a toy universe. It's a mathematical exercise, not a description of our actual universe, right?
Yeah, that's what a toy model is, my guy.
Exactly. The model requires a specific, finely tuned choice of quantum field contact to
nope,
work.
It specifically doesn't require finely tuned anything. That's the lovely part.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
In fact, I proved that it's not finely tuned in this model.
Who will I believe, guys? I'm so confused. Will I believe TikTok lolcow who keeps getting like farmed for content, or will I believe esteemed physicist Dr. Samuel Blitz?
Also author of the paper that is currently being discussed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're conceding that the universe is finely tuned for life. The constants are set with an impersonal mechanism like a multiverse.
This is this has got to be a bit, right?
What's so funny? You're trying
ChatGPT, Grok, uncook me, Grok.
Tell me if I'm wrong. You said that entropy reversals occur during each cycle, consistent with
in this model,
linking the thermodynamic and cosmological arrows of time.
Yeah,
right?
That's literally what it says in my paper. I think you're reading it word for word. Let me tell you what I have to
say about that. Okay, the second law of thermodynamics is one of the most well-established laws in physics. A model that claims entropy resets
did just put it in ChatGPT.
Extraordinary evidence.
Yeah,
I already said this. Blitz's model does not provide empirical evidence. Let me finish.
I never made the claim that it provides empirical evidence.
This is the paper itself states it's a toy model requiring specific choice of quantum field content, meaning the types of fundamental quantum fields included in the model, such as scalar fields, got all these. Even if entropy could reset locally. How do you pronounce it?
Bro doesn't even know what a scalar field is.
That's how I pronounce it.
Brutal.
He's never seen it. He's never seen it written anywhere except on ChatGPT and in my paper.
No, English isn't my main language. That's not my problem.
But that's not even okay. That's just not even how it's spelled. You know that you have like the vowels there.
A-R.
When there's a vowel followed by a letter followed by another vowel, the second vowel makes the first vowel say its name. That's why it's pronounced scalar. Scalar.
Can it not be pronounced skull?
No, it can't be. Nobody will have any idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I mean, English is my main language, so that's not my fault.
Okay, well, now you know.
But like I said, even if entropy could reset locally, the change in entropy,
it's not local, it's global.
Change. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Why?
I can already explain why global conservation of energy not being well defined isn't a problem. It doesn't. We don't require that.
I'm not talking about conservation of energy, my guy. We're talking about entropy here. The global entropy resets in this model.
The global entropy. So does it go back to 0?
It goes back to whatever it was after each cycle.
Does it go back to 0, or does it increase overall throughout all the cycles?
No, it does not increase overall after each cycle. It reaches a maximum at the maximum volume.
Does it go to 0?
It's a false dichotomy, I think. Like, couldn't it just return to like a lower value, but not necessarily zero?
Zero, right? It doesn't
yeah. So
does it decrease or does it reset?
It reaches a maximum at the maximum volume and a minimum at the minimum volume.
It reaches a maximum, and then it decreases. That's what you just said?
Yep.
Okay, does it reset to zero, or does it just decrease?
No, I never made the claim that it resets to zero.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't reset to zero, so it increases overall.
It goes back down to a minimum value, and then after the minimum value, it increases up to a maximum value again, and then it's cyclic.
So it increases overall then, okay.
No, it doesn't increase overall.
You said it doesn't go back to zero, though. It doesn't go back to zero.
It's a false
dichotomy. It doesn't have to go back to zero in order to not increase overall.
It doesn't have to go back to zero in order to not increase overall?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't.
If you oscillate between 1 and 3, that doesn't mean that that your number is increasing overall. If you go 1 2 3 2 1 2 3 2, you're never increasing beyond 3. You're never decreasing beyond 1.
So okay,
this is by the way, Matthew.
So it doesn't reset back to zero, though, right?
Matthew, I just want to make a point super clear, and this is like you're a young guy.
It's not resetting back to zero. That automatically.
Matthew, I'm gonna be like super charitable and super kind with you. You're a young guy, so like you have time to learn. The stupidest thing that you could do on the internet is go and talk with the author of a paper that you don't understand and try to claim that author is wrong about the paper that they wrote. That is by far the stupidest thing you can do.
Yo, Dr. Blitz.
It makes you look like an idiot. So I would suggest take a different approach. Don't talk about my own paper that I know like the back of my hand. You don't even know what a scalar field is.
True. Yo, wait, Dr. Blitz, just check this. This sine wave function, sine x plus 2, it goes to infinity. It's strictly increasing because it never hits zero.
Oh,
since it never goes, since the sine wave never hits zero, since it never goes to zero, that means that it's strictly increasing. It goes to infinity. Is that correct, Matthew?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
But it doesn't reset to zero. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It doesn't have to reset to zero. It's not necessary.
If it's not resetting, then that means it's increasing overall.
It resets to a minimal value. It just doesn't reset to zero.
It doesn't reset to zero. Exactly. It's increasing overall.
It doesn't have to reset to zero.
Yeah,
exactly.
It just
has to go down to a
minimal
minimal value.
Reset to zero. It increases overall.
That doesn't follow.
That's not what that means.
Yeah, just look at the fucking sine wave, right? It doesn't go to zero.
We're talking. Okay, wait. We're talking about exergy,
just because something doesn't go to zero doesn't mean that it's always increasing. It doesn't follow.
Decreases, correct?
This is crazy.
Does exergy decrease as entropy increases?
I would never be so arrogant.
Are you just saying that magic just happens and everything just starts to work again? Is that what you're claiming right now?
Nobody's making any claims about magic.
Usable energy just pops into existence. Stars start to burn again. Life can form.
This model doesn't talk about stars in any extent of the word.
As entropy increases, exergy decreases, though, right?
In this model, the entropy is commensurate with the scale factor. As the scale factor gets bigger, in fact it goes as the square of the scale factor. As the scale factor gets bigger, the entropy increases. As the scale factor gets smaller, the entropy decreases.
If it doesn't, okay, this is the thing you're not understanding. So if it doesn't reset to zero, that means that we have gone through an infinite amount of cycles. And
no, it doesn't.
Yes, okay, so the past is infinite or is it finite?
Well, the time dimension is finite.
Okay, if it's finite, then we just have the BGV theorem then.
No.
Yeah.
No, because it's geodesically complete.
No, it's
the BGV theorem specifically states that there is a geodesic
your model doesn't evade. Your model doesn't evade.
Whereas this model actually is geodesically complete, and you can see that
your model doesn't evade it.
Oh, but my model does. My model is indeed geodesically complete. The paper itself says that it's geodesically complete.
Incomplete or complete?
Complete.
Yeah, the paper might say it's complete. It
is, and I've checked it. It is geodesically complete.
Wait, you checked your own paper and verified it's... Okay, you did that yourself? You verified your own paper?
Yeah, it's like trivially true that it's geodesically complete.
Okay. Well, tell me why... okay, wait. So you're telling me that the analysis done by Kennedy in 2024 doesn't matter?
I don't know what analysis you're referring to.
You're saying the analysis done by Kennedy is fucking worthless? You think Kennedy is better off dead?
Yeah,
you think he should just die? Dr. Blitz, you think he should just die?
Yeah, you don't know. Dr. Blitz doesn't know anything, does he? Wait, you have to go do research on the paper. Maybe.
I'm sure that you've read the paper too.
You just now said that you have no idea what I'm talking
about.
Wait,
can I?
I've never read this paper. I have no idea what you're referring to.
Okay, we'll go search it up.
Yo, Matthew, I got a question, right? So the entire paper.
BGB theorem 2024.
Yeah. Would you be able to tell us like what this represents, like the highlighted thing? Do you know what that represents?
Yeah, you're really begging for me to throw a bone.
This looks like it's from 2022, not 2024.
It's no, 2024.
Maybe ChatGPT hallucinated it. Wait, Matthew, can you just
are you talking about the paper Cyclic, Cosmology, and Geodesic Completeness?
Yep.
Yeah, that's from 2022. Also, the claim.
Wait, who is that by? Who is that paper by?
William Kinney and Nina Stein.
Okay, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the very first sentence, by the way, of this paper shows why it's not relevant to my paper. This very first sentence in the abstract of this paper is, we consider recently proposed bouncing cosmological models for which the Hubble parameter is periodic in time, but the scale factor grows from one cycle to the next as a mechanism for shedding entropy. Now, my model doesn't have the scale factor growing from one cycle to the next. Hence, this paper is discussing something that is unrelated to my construction, right? It's just not related at all.
I don't know. I think we're talking about a different. I have one from 2024. Let me go. I don't know. I don't got that much time right now. There is one from 2024 though. I know this for a fact.
You sure, buddy?
Yeah. Maybe I can go get it real quick. You got time?
It's Ian's live stream.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Dr. Blitz has time. Dr. Blitz has no further obligations tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like, all things considered, I was actually reading some papers and I was doing some other stuff, but I can do that while talking to this guy. So
that's funny.
Although I do have to call the post office before 4:30. There was a paper that came out by Sean Carroll like 3 weeks ago, called Toward a Phenomenologically Acceptable Quantum Cyclic Universe, which I was actually just reading when you pulled me up.
Oh, yeah. Is it good?
I don't know. I was just reading it. I was just starting.
Okay. Sure. Well, tell me if you think that it's like, well, what's the goal of it?
So they want to talk about our universe being described by a quantum state that lives in a finite dimensional Hilbert space, which means that the universe will kind of trace out the entire space, and so it'll inevitably recur. That's the idea, at least, as far as I can tell.
Interesting. That for sure goes over my head. Wait, so in virtue of what does it recur?
Just think of it this way. If there's a finite number of options and, each time you jiggle it, it explores a different one, eventually it'll repeat itself.
Sure. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Okay.
That's the idea.
Sure.
At least I think. But there's issues with like Boltzmann brains and
Well, also this forms like
maybe it's not true.
This forms the argument for the unjiggled jiggler.
Right. Yeah. You can't ignore the unjiggled jiggler.
And who was it that's fucking giving it the little shake?
I believe that was St. Thomas Aquinas who brought up the unjiggled jiggler.
I was wrong. You're right.
Okay. Yeah. So that paper has absolutely nothing to say about my paper.
The lack of empirical evidence doesn't give you a past eternal. Infinite past name. So the infinite entropy problem and the lack of empirical evidence doesn't give you infinite past.
What are you talking about?
It's the same problem. I mean, even if the BGB doesn't apply, which it does, I just can't go too deep into it right now because I'm a little busy. But I'm saying the infinite entropy problem.
You're busy? You joined this live stream.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on staying up here for long.
Bro, I'm about to create infinite entropy. Or my fucking brain cells are gonna create infinite entropy after I fucking blow them out.
Remember
like this conversation is
maybe
horrendous.
If you wait a long enough amount of time, entropy could reset. You guys said, remember?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, by the way. Under the model that's being described, that's true, by the way.
And then Quantanaut thought he got a gotcha when he said that the hot dense state was quark quantum plasma, but that's not what that means. Holy blunder.
Imagine being Matthew Davids and then still saying blunder.
You can see that there can't be a change outside of time, right?
There can't be a change outside of time. Yeah, I agree that there can't be changes outside of time.
Yeah, so if there can't be a change outside of time, and that means that the universe requires a cause outside of time, then that means that
the cause I don't grant that the universe is caused.
That means that there's no automatic change. That means that the only way there can be a change if the cause is personal.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Because if the cause was personal and outside of time, then it couldn't change. This is a huge blunder, dude.
There's no change.
If you agree that a change can't occur outside of time and God's outside of time, that means that God can't change.
Wait, does anything change you when you try to move your arm?
Does anything? I'm not. Are you asking by me? Do you mean like the entirety of me, like the composite object, or like my mind, or
the thought of moving your arm up? Does anything push you to do that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Does anything within you change?
Yeah.
What changes within you?
My brain cells.
Your brain cells change fundamentally?
Yeah, and the process of me raising my arm up, yeah, my brain cells change. My neurons change.
Okay, this is just anthropomorphic language. You know what that is?
Fucking brutal. Spawn killed again. Wait, before you run away, I got a quick question. Do you think God's act of creation is eternal?
God's act of creation is eternal?
Yep.
What do you mean by eternal? What do you define it as?
Just exists without beginning or end.
So God's act begins to exist? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, does God's act of creation begin to exist?
God's act becomes, God's creation, I don't even know what that question's trying to ask.
Brutal.
Like, is his act beginning to exist? Like, what is that?
Is it eternal? Did God's act of creation always exist? Or did it come into existence?
His act doesn't begin to exist.
Sure, then it's eternal. Then creation's eternal. You can see the Kalam is false.
The effect is eternal, not the cause. That's a category error.
You think the effect is eternal, but not the cause? You think that the effect came before the cause?
I think the cause...
You think there are states where the effect exists, but the cause does not? That's an insane blunder.
There's a cause and there's an effect.
That was like that was like the eternal blunder, even.
The cause is eternal, and the effect is contingent.
Sure. Okay. So you realize that you fucked up, and you had to flip it. Do you think that is God's act of creation? Does that necessitate that creation exists?
There can be an effect and then a cause too. I mean, it can go both ways.
You think backwards causation happens?
Can there be an effect and then a cause? Yes or no?
An effect and then a cause?
Yeah.
Not if the cause is for the effect. No.
What if there was something affected and then something like, just like was caused to happen? Maybe.
Not if the cause is for the effect. No, obviously not.
The cause is for the effect.
Yeah, because then it would be producing itself.
Can an effect cause a change?
Can an effect? Yeah, an effect can cause a change.
Okay, then W concession. Okay, what
do you think? Wait, what do you think just got conceded? Do you think even a single person is gonna fall for that?
Can cause a change.
Yeah, he needs to do like the fake laughter so nobody realizes that literally nothing that he's saying makes any sense and that he can't even identify the thing that got conceded.
That's your whole argument.
Yo, hopefully nobody realizes that you blundered so badly that you nobody said anything other than that. Who said otherwise? Wait, who said otherwise?
You idiot.
I don't think I said otherwise. I think you're a bit confused.
Bro had to leave after that.
Okay. Well, he got spawn killed again. This is all he can do.
You just equivocate. I restate claims that you make, and then you make yourself look stupid by making fun of me.
Like what? Which ones? Give an example.
Effect can cause things. Literally, that's what you said.
You think I disagreed that effects can cause things? I agree, effects can cause things, but the effect cannot come before the cause if the cause is for the effect in the first place. You're not tracking. This is like trivial, right? If I'm the cause of my mom, then my mom can't be the cause of me.
Nobody said that.
That's my point. Clearly. Is that you can't have the effect before the cause if the cause is for the effect.
Oh, okay. So how can you have a universe where there's no universe?
I don't think you can have a universe if there's no universe. He's gonna laugh and say W concession, even though I don't disagree with that. Nobody disagrees with that.
That's a concession.
What did I say that disagrees with that?
You said that, okay, the universe is the effect. The universe can fail to exist.
I never said that the universe is the effect.
The universe is an effect.
I disagree. Prove it.
Fact. It's just a fact.
Prove it.
Is the universe all there is?
Wait, sorry. Okay, I'll write it down. I'll write it down in premise form. Because you're going to prove it that the universe is an effect.
Premise one, if the universe began...
Wait, sorry, okay, so the universe is an effect.
No, I'll give you the premises. That's not my premise.
That's the conclusion.
Straw man.
You just said it. Go for it. Give the proof.
This isn't my premise.
This isn't my premise. What's premise two?
If the universe began, then it has a cause, premise one.
If the universe began, then it has an effect?
No. Has a cause.
Then it has a cause.
P2, the universe began.
The universe began?
Yeah. P4, whatever begins to exist has a cause.
exist has a cause.
Whatever. The cause is spaceless, timeless, and material.
Spaceless, timeless, and material.
A cause with those attributes is best explained by a personal agent. Conclusion, therefore, the universe began, it has a cause, and it's best explained by a personal agent.
Therefore,
that's the conclusion.
The universe began, it has a cause, and it's best explained by a personal agent. Yeah, what inference rule does this follow?
Modus ponens.
You know, modus ponens is for two premises, right?
No, this is a...
Do you think 2 is 7? Is 2 7? How many premises is modus ponens?
Okay, this is inference to best explanation also.
Sorry, okay, when you said modus ponens, were you just lying?
No, it is modus ponens.
So it's, and how many premises is modus ponens?
Modus ponens, it doesn't matter whether, how many, so look, this is how it works. So modus ponens, there's a conditional.
How many premises is modus ponens?
There's a conditional, then it's 3.
Modus ponens is 3 premises? That's another blunder, but okay, do you think 3 is 7?
No. So, no. 6, or no, 7 and 8.
6, 7.
You got my things backwards.
Do you think 3 is 7?
No.
Okay, sure. So then you would agree that this doesn't follow modus ponens.
Well, I mean, no, it does, though.
But this is 7 premises. Modus ponens, you just said that it's 3.
You added 2. There's only 5 premises.
Okay, which one should I remove?
The first
also,
one.
By the way, 5 also isn't 3.
Huh?
5 also isn't 3.
Take off the universe is an effect. Take that off.
Oh, that's the conclusion that you were supposed to be arguing in favor of. Did you fail to argue in favor of that conclusion?
Go ahead. Yeah, that can still apply. Just add it to the conclusion I already put there.
Okay.
The hell?
Yep. And then we'll make this the conclusion. And you're saying that this argument follows modus ponens?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many premises is modus ponens?
3.
Okay. And you have what? Let's renumber these. We got 1, 2,
There's 5.
3, 4.
I can explain
5.
How you're in the wrong.
So modus ponens is 3 premises. It's not. It's 2, by the way.
It's okay. So it's cumulative.
I gotta put quotes around this so people don't think that I'm saying this.
It's cumulative, you idiot.
Modus ponens is 3 premises.
Yeah.
This argument is 5 premises.
It's cumulative, you idiot.
Do you think that 3 is 5?
So look, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then there's a conclusion. So there's 5. So 4 and 5 are just basically inference to best explanation.
Okay. So you're saying 1, 2, and 3 is modus ponens?
Yep. You
okay.
Idiot.
And you think that
it's abductive? So, this is an abductive argument.
What form do you think modus ponens takes?
If P.
If P.
Then Q.
Then Q. Yep.
P.
P.
Therefore Q.
Yep. Therefore Q. Mm-hmm. So you think that these 3 follow the form if P then Q, P therefore Q?
So if the universe began, then it has, so there's an if then statement.
Yep.
And then the universe began, P, whatever begins to exist has a cause Q.
Yep. So the actual Q, so what would Q here be? So you're saying we have, for the first one, this is really funny to me. So for the first one, you're saying this is if P then Q.
So if the universe began, then it has a cause.
And then we have, down here we have P. And then you're saying that the third one is going to take the form Q.
And then whatever begins to exist has a cause is Q.
Q. Okay, sure. So then if we came back up here, so you're saying that in all instances Q is whatever begins to exist has a cause. So it has a cause is whatever begins to exist has a cause?
Well, you put my premises...
If that were true, then you'd be able to come back here when it says if P then Q, and you'd be able to insert the Q up here, and it would match, but it doesn't.
Wait, what'd you say?
If what Q represented was whatever begins to exist has a cause, then you'd be able to look back up at your first premise, if P then Q, and you'd be able to see whatever begins to exist has a cause, but it's not.
So it's if P then Q. It has a cause. Whatever begins to exist has a Q. Idiot. The justification is Q.
There's no way. There's no way.
But okay, if P, then Q. So if the
I'm gonna move on to another conversation, as fun as that is. Hey, how's it going?
Yo, what's up?
Yep. Yeah. What's up? What do you got
Hey,
this
Z.
time?
Yeah, so okay, so I've had some, time to think about what you said. I'm a necessitarian now, actually. Like
Based.
there's just no way of getting out of the modal collapse. I'm still a theist for
Mhm.
like reasons, but like I'm on thin ice with that. Like if anything, I'm more of a Spinoza like believing type person now. But I mean, I know that's controversial as to whether that's even theism. But anyway, um, so I know you take like the big crunch model or something or whatever.
Yeah, I take it pretty seriously. Yeah.
Right. I've heard, and again, this is a super, super like surface level reading of it. But from my understanding, for that model to, I guess take place, there's certain aspects like Sean Carroll talks about like them being